You see, when you're dealing with broadcasters and you're doing a production, then the director says cut. Whether your mic is working or not, the decision has been given. And I suspected that had been said. Anyway, I spoke earlier this morning about the entire getting the guardrails and the trust algorithm. And I would like to highlight just the same things I spoke about. We must humanize artificial intelligence. Those of you who interact with the social world or religious world, you notice that Pope Leo released an encyclical yesterday, and he warned against overutilization of AI to the level that it loses its human face. I spoke this morning about the ethics. So this ethics is what humanizes AI. Eventually, we must be able to see who did what. If you look about authenticity, and we're here talking about the trust algorithm, you realize that all algorithms are biased. If you notice, those who work in whatever context, that if you put certain type of messaging that big tech doesn't want, we no longer have to shut you down. It's just that your tweet will not come up. It's just that the message you put gets pushed down and all that. And those who work around Kenya know that there are people whose messages you can't see. I think if you reflect about, off my mind immediately goes people like Miguna and other people. Several people really who had certain messages we never liked. They were never blocked. If you look for them, you will find them, isn't it? But you can't log onto your social media page and find those people, isn't it? So now then, unlike in the broader regulatory space where you switch off the frequency and all that, the problem of the AI and the algorithm is that the person enforcing regulatory standards can be completely faceless. And they can do it in such a way that you can't hold them accountable. So that now the word algorithm can be used to remove accountability. Because if you realize that even the algorithm acts as instructed, but if you have to go switch off a frequency, then we have humans who drive there and do something. So that lack of authenticity and totally dehumanizing regulation is a risky thing. Because you realize that while people in media space and democracy say that you should allow the freedom of expression, freedom of the media, and all that, the whole idea is that you must humanize that and make sure that regulation is limited yet predictable and can be owned. When we have owners of big tech, first of all, ensuring that they have no office in certain countries, yet they have millions of followers. It's like saying, I have a media house that has 10 million viewers or listeners, and there is no physical location in that country. So if you want to talk to us, you can send an email to public standards and all that. And then our team will review it. We will get back to you as soonest possible, ideally within 45 days. If you had disinformation or incitement violence taking place on a platform, and there is a team of faceless people regulating that, are you seeing the risk you're doing it? And excuse me. This is because you have removed the human in the algorithm. We know they exist. You have therefore run away from accountability. You realize that also generative AI, what we use to generate content, is more like, for those who are parents, we have an age you call kids the terrible two. Mothers, you know that, isn't it? You have a toddler around with absolute 200% confidence, arguing with anyone and touching anything. You can't tell them, don't touch that and all that, and they don't agree that they can make a mistake. That's what this algorithm does, because rarely will AI tell you they do not know that, unless you feed them in a 600-page document and you look for information on page 596 there, then they can tell you that is too much. But otherwise, AI has an answer to everyone, just like the 2-year-old toddler. So this generative AI is something that can do so much you do not understand. It does not understand it either, and it can cause harm. And I think now as broadcasters, sometimes you look at an event like this. I know we spoke a while ago with a few guys and saying, what do you think about the lighting and the voice and all that? That would be the fear of the initial broadcaster and content producer, isn't it? Now the biggest fear is that a real human being or an AI generated? Is this the real voice or someone? Because if you watch something on screen, you can do that, and especially generative AI that just studies what you do and proceeds. So that is the other big risk you want to do. And then the other item is job losses. Of course, we keep saying that AI, if your job does not need much intelligence nowadays, AI will not take it away because it's about artificial intelligence. But I think it's mostly augmented intelligence. The last time I was required to do remarks in an African event, and I wasn't sure that I will get a flight to go there because of the Strait of Hormuz. If it is true or false, AI asked me, we can also do a video of you. If you watch it and agree, we can send them to organizers to play it. That means that if you have already prepared remarks, just give us the remarks, okay? We will get a good background, give us a photo of you, we can get a voice of you, and we will prepare, video remarks and send to the organizers. Give them 5 minutes or 4 minutes, isn't it? What does that mean? That even if we are defending that AI will not take away jobs, it gets very scary when it says, you don't worry, you have prepared your speech, yes, please feed it here, give us a good photo of yourself and let us get 45 seconds of your voice. Tell us the background you want, we will prepare the remarks and email the organizers with instructions about how to put it and all that, and tell us what you think. You see the possibility of losing a job? So it's possible to have a bunch of the speakers here, including myself, could easily have told me, you don't seem like you want to go down to Ole Sereni today. Do you want to record a message like your chairman? You saw my chairman, but he was away in another international commitment. So there are those job losses. Until then, you guard those that you are not going to give AI to do everything. Somewhere, whether we like it or not, we are going to have certain job losses, because a job that needed 15 people to do will be done by 3. All of us have agreed now that the mobile phone in your hands has replaced at least 9 people. It has replaced the camera person or 9 gadgets, the calculator, the TV, is it? The torch, the notebook for carrying, the diary for noting your items. It has not actually more than 9, isn't it? So somewhere there are a few people who are going to be jobless. Maybe the manufacturers of calculators will not have a market. They called Casio, isn't it? The manufacturers of watches, because you have time here, and I noticed something else, that the people who wear antique and expensive watches don't know how to keep time. So the manufacturer of watches have disappeared. The diary, I see a lot of people come to our offices as part of branding. I know we have many here, and they do a diary for a year and all that, isn't it? At least the paper diary does not remind you. So if you contextualize that some way, either intended or unintended, somewhere there will be job losses or there will be streamlining, isn't it? So that even a standard newsroom, as Madam Agnes Kaleche here will tell us, the managing director of KBC, Kenya's, is it oldest broadcaster or leading broadcaster? Whichever you choose. A while ago, to do a live production, she will need about 4 vehicles. There will be the live van, which will be a 26-wheeler with a generator at the back, isn't it? And 26 technical crew, isn't it? And an 18 staff generator, 18 kVA generator, and there will be another van to carry the staff and the editing suit and all that, isn't it? And one that will carry water for them and all that. Now you need a backpack. So whether you like it or not, at least in the very least, the driver of the 26-wheeler has lost his job. So somewhere there will be job losses as you move to augment this AI. And so the people who are not well prepared and aligning to fit into the AI time, somewhere they will not lose job, but they will feel out of place. Financial analysis, those who into analysis know that. But I think we have a major opportunity coming in as broadcasters, and that is, I will call it at the point of just augmenting and all that. We are having a lot of content producers breaking down into different pieces and all that. If you go, those who come from rural Africa, and I know there is a bit of developed world, if you were in a family that kept dairy cows or had farm produce, you would give your 5 liters of milk to the local cooperative, the creamery company. They will collect that little milk every day. It goes into the big factory and all that. And at the end of the month, your input into the big contribution will be calculated and sent back to you, isn't it? When big tech wants, by using AI, they are able to calculate your input into their social media platforms and pay you, isn't it? $20 here and $200,000 here, isn't it? The problem we have is that if and when they want, if we find a way of making sure that they do it if they want it or not, then we will have made sure that there are lesser job losses. And even when you dispatch an entire production crew of 26 and they start doing stuff in groups of 2 or 3, that big cake can be distributed so that we can have AI for good. So that AI has just not only rendered people jobless, it has dispersed their content and monetization schedules. So once again, I invite you to reflect and see how the different pieces, there's about the cooperative spirit of Africa. It is now they call it co-working spirit in different places, and all that can make sure that the big broadcasters get their cake, but there is a transparent mechanism to distribute to the individual content producers. So all the best, and don't listen to speeches too much. Make sure you utilize the dancers and the singers a bit, because whether you utilize them or not, APB will pay them the same amount. So make sure you utilize them. Every few speakers, a little dance. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A round of applause for Mr. David Omwoyo from the